Chris, HRT, and it's only been 2 months. Bro, WTF happened? As you can see from like this picture, like this. No, this. Ooh, this. And there's a lot of comments, stuff like that. Nah. Right there, like you said earlier, HRT, it's only been 2 months. In case you missed it, this is alt account that he's talking about here. Chris Tyson. Yup, right there. Informed consent HRT saved my and other lives. And no, I cannot read today. Informed consent HRT saved mine and many other lives. The hurdles GNC people have to jump through to get life-saving affirming healthcare is the first no and the first world country is the wild one to me. Just that people make informed decisions about their own body. I agree that people should make informed decisions about their bodies. That I do 100% agree on. But I guess one thing I don't really agree on is it life saving? I don't really think so. I think it's more of a want. You know what I mean? Do you have to change genders in order to save your own life? I don't think so. In my opinion, this is probably a hot take, but I feel like it's pretty much transferring is useless because you're being something that you're not. You know what I mean? Or you're being someone else that you're not. You're not accepting yourself for who you are. Is it just like stuff like that? In my opinion, I feel like that's one thing that I guess I don't really agree with on him, that it's life-saving, because in my opinion it's not. It's something that people want, and people are not accepting themselves for who they are and what they are and stuff like that. But I do agree if people are, it's out of my control if people want to do that. I can't really choose, and I don't want to choose for them. It's their body, it's their choice, stuff like that. If it's with children, now it's a different subject because they're young and dumb. Let's be honest, they're young and dumb. Because at the end of the day, they're, like I said, they're children. They don't know how to make good, smart decisions. They're making kids do these life-altering changes, but yet they can't even do drugs, or either join the military. That's really bizarre to me. So I feel like they should just wait until they're of age. You know what I mean? Until they're adult. Like I said, well, to go back to adult people, making informed decisions to your own bodies. I think that's really what a lot of people look over. They're like, oh, I feel like this, so I want to do this. No, you gotta think about it. If it's something with your body, you gotta really think hard about it. Unless if it's working out, just do it. Do the hard work, especially whenever you don't feel like it. You know what I mean? But if people want to do whatever transgender stuff, let them do it. I'm not gonna hate on them. But I mean, just make sure you're making an informed decision. You think about it. Think about it hard, super hard. Matter of fact, just try to accept yourself for who you are. At the beginning, and then see if you truly want this. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people make decisions like this and they want to revert back and they can't. It's life changing. Right there, I guess you saw right here. Now right here is, I guess, the big part whenever everybody said something. Chris Tyson in his past tweet switched full of racism and Islamophobic. Islamophobia. I cannot read today. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And right there, I guess whatever Chris says, you all heard me call dibs. Thank you for coming on the stream. I might be dyslexic. Just letting you guys know. I might be dyslexic. But right there, that's, I guess, a really big change of whatever people saw. And I guess a funny part right here that someone says, kick out Chris Tyson or I'll have unsubscribe you, Mr. Beast. I think that's not very kind. You know what I mean? Not a very kind thing. If people want to do something to themselves, let them do it. And I guess another part where people were like, oh, this is just recently. Well, I guess, yeah, over a year. I guess I don't know whether he first announced it, but I guess whenever a lot of people first found out, or whenever he made it more public, Right here, POV, you're homophobic, and just hearing that Chris from Mr. Beast is bi. I don't have a problem with people having this different kind of taste, different sexualities. I don't have a problem with that or anything like that. And right there, I guess, good for Chris. I don't know. It's kind of weird seeing someone. It's kind of weird seeing someone that you've seen for so many years and just you see him here. He looks like a good normal family. Looks like a good normal family. They have a nice house. They have a nice family. Look at him and look at his beautiful wife and his beautiful child. And then you switch to here. This is him now as Chris. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to like. I guess just Chris now. It's kind of weird just to see Chris from like that we've seen, or from me. I've been watching Mr. Beast from like middle school, and whenever the first time I was like, oh wow, look, a random guy. Now so many years later, the random guy's now doing this. You know what I mean? Kind of weird just watching someone from your childhood do this now. It's kind of like a lot of things, or a lot of other people. They change dramatically. It's a really it's a weird way to be alive, or a fun time to be alive. But a lot of times, a lot of people change in for different ways. Especially in my own personal life, I've seen people change. I've seen them be like, oh, talkative, whatever stuff, and then whenever I see them, they're like, hey, they don't even talk. They're just weird. They're boring. Anyways, I think that'll be it for the video. I'll talk to you guys later.